friends. I am going to do a short little video that shows a little technique that I use when I'm using any sort of an aluminum or a MDF type of blank, and we need to line up our image and we can't see the image because the paper's over top of it, etc., etc. So this is kind of like a little tips video that is going to show you what I do. It works for me. It works really, really well for me. And I'm hoping that it'll work for you too. So I have here a transfer, sublimation transfer. So the dingling is my dog. Papa is not home from work yet, and it is 6:12, so the puppy is not happy. So he's going to be running back and forth, and he's got his dog tags on, which I supplemented, and he's going to be back and forth. So dingle dingle, ignore the dog. Speaking of dogs, aren't these guys cute? This is Dakota and Sophia, I guess, and this is a commission plate that I got today, so we're going to use this as an example. I have my sublimation transfer all ready to go, as you can see, and I have my plate. Now, on hard surface sublimations like plates, dog tags, aluminum business cards, basically if it's made from aluminum or MDF, it's going to have this plastic coating on it. And, you know, those that have dealt with hard substrates or hard blanks like this before has dealt with the issue of sublimating on this plastic protective cover, and it makes a mess of things. And you know, it's in all the groups. It's the bane of our existence until you figure it out. But you can use this. Turn this into your best friend. So we're going to remove this coating from the plate. We're going to set that aside. And now, as you can see through this. It has the holes. It's great. It works perfect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this. I'm going to layer it on top of my template here, roughly where I think it needs to go. We're going to perfect it. Now, it does have a little bit of a sticky on the back. So what I like to do too is kind of stick it down a little bit and pull it up. Just knock back that sticky a little bit, just so it doesn't stick to my transfer. Now, this has been sitting for a while. This is well dry. I don't think it will hurt it, but I would let this sit for a couple of minutes so all this ink, and it's saturated with ink. So you want that dry before you stick this on, or you just never know what's going to happen, and then you know, you're going to have to print again. So I'm going to drop this down, which to me looks about the center of the top to the bottom and the side to the side. Now, my printout obviously is bigger because we want that. We want to overshoot it. And I want to make sure that I have some equal space here to here. Now, this one is actually defined by this hard edge of the dog. These were two pictures that were sent to me. So you work with what you have and you make it look fantastic, and that's what I hope to do. I want to make sure that I'm equal everywhere, so I don't have any cute little paws being cut off or everything. I want the dog, the doggies are the star of this show, so we want to make sure that they're on there well. I think I have that. Everything looks really good. So here is the trick. I'm going to use a lead-based pencil. And some people are probably going to say, you know, oh my God, she's going to write on her transfer and she's going to transfer that and whatnot. But this pencil is not sublimation ink. It's not going to turn into a gas. It's not going to dye into my substrate, which is on my license plate. So I'm not worried about it. I do want to find this edge of the plate, the plate protector sheet, and I just want to draw a line, registration line. And then I'm going to do this along the bottom or the top, whatever you feel comfortable with. Make sure that's lined up well, and it doesn't have to be a full line. You just need a good balance of it. You know, I stopped here. just to scribe a registration mark. So there we have it. Uh-oh, there's the door. Papa's home. So, as you can see, this is my bottom corner. Now, what I am going to do is, I'm going to take my lint roller, I'm going to roll on here, because we don't want anything between this license plate and this image. And then, whether you use heat tape, whether you use spray, I like spray. This is just a repositionable spray adhesive, you know, for stencils or for whatever. This stuff works awesome. I love it. I'm going to take and I'm going to shoot it a couple times, just really lightly, right straight onto my transfer page. And I just want that to set for a minute. Just do the wave, a little wavy with it. I don't want it to be soaked, but it's not going to really dry, but it is there. So I'm going to very carefully flip this over. And now what we do is we use these registration marks on the side and along the bottom and line up our plate. And see, it's a little off. There's more ink, or more, sorry, pencil here than there. Just lift it back up. It's going to stick. It's doing its job. But as you can see, it's not going to put anything on the plate. We're good. So I'm going to drop this back down and make sure that I have it straight this time. And I'm trying to work around this camera, this phone thing. It drives me crazy. I need a better setup. But this just proves my point that you can move this sucker around and press it down a little bit. Make sure it's stuck on there. Now, well, I can pick this up. I can move this from here over to my heat press. Now, typically, when we press with the paper on the paper on the up. With aluminum, you actually should press it with the aluminum up. And this is what makes it so hard to position all that. We want to make sure all those doggies are sitting right. And that's why this comes in handy. Your key fobs, your dog tags, whatever, whenever you have one of these. I'm going to press this. I'm going to put you guys on hold, and I'll be right back. And we're back. So I'm not going to touch this because it's crazy hot. I just pressed it for 60 seconds under 400 degrees. So we're just going to let that set. We're going to let this cool down. But as you can see, I have all of my parts in the right places, and I've got my spacing down. And these cute little pups are going to sit on the front of their mommy's car. All right. So, as always, go ahead and like and subscribe and ring the bell and hit the thumbs up and all that stuff that YouTubers say, and become part of the fun. When I get comments and when I see that somebody's subscribed to the channel, it shows me that there's interest there on these crazy little things that I like doing. And I'm getting more comfortable with it. Got to get a better setup, and I'm working on all that. You know how it is. And it just shows me that maybe I should do another little tips and tricks type of video to help you guys all out. All right, until then, talk soon. Bye, friends.